Well, after a very rocky week or two, it looks like crypto is starting to recover. But this is interesting because the nature of this recovery is on the backs of the gaming crypto world, which I don't know, when I think about it, it's not terribly surprising. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it makes sense. I like it because it just shows that your NFT project and stuff needs to be connected with something.
Oh, yeah.
It no longer can it just be this magical thing out in there. It has to be something that somebody can go, oh yeah, okay, I can get onto that. And I think that just kind of proves it.
Yeah.
It's basically showing that the things that are bouncing back actually have some value behind them, and they have a value proposition. And so that's what this article is kind of displaying, that, which is that's true with any part of life. Having something with value behind it that's relatively backed by some sort of software or cool factor, that's gonna be able to bounce back in a rough time more than anything.
I gotta wonder if some people are making a killing because of this crash.
Oh,
and now they're buying into spaces like this that make a lot of sense. I kind of think I bought some Bitcoin when it went down to 28,000, but I'm thinking, man, maybe I should have bought some of this. But it's interesting. Crypto markets,
it's
up
always
8%.
catch 20. I mean,
it's always
2020 vision
Never know what's
after
gonna happen.
the big money's made. It's like,
So
but
much
I
FOMO.
think what's interesting is the gaming world is something we understand and know, that everybody understands, everybody knows. And I think things like that connect to Web3 and the vision, it helps us kind of latch on to something that we know.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that gaming
Bridges
is
that
a
gap
part.
for
Yeah.
the regular everyday person.
Yeah, to say, oh, okay, no, this might still be safe. I understand gaming. I know that gaming's not going to go away. We still like to play games. Everybody's a gamer, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to stay with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think this just makes sense. It's interesting that somebody picked up on it in this article because, let's look at some of the
notable
numbers. Like,
Well, yeah. So Mana went up 41%.
that's the
Decentraland
Decentraland
token,
token,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep, that's a astonishing.
41%.
41%. So of the total recovery, because it's been recovering, but so much of that is focused here. That's it. That is interesting.
How much did it drop before it had that 41% recovery?
Yeah, it's conveniently
say?
doesn't say that in the article.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
like,
have
whoa,
that.
everything's up. Like, this is definitely a bullish article,
This
which
is-
is good. I mean, you need some bullishness in this market,
Yeah.
and these are the type of articles that people like flock to, especially if their bags are down. They're like, man, I gotta check out this article because, like, how am I gonna get saved? How's
give
my
me
money
some
gonna
hope.
get? Yeah, give me some hope. Exactly. There's got to be
Yeah,
something, some light at the end of the tunnel. So.
The other one was even, I think, a little further down
Sandbox.
it was 50%, wasn't it?
Steppin', that one's an interesting
Steppin',
one. That one
39.
is not necessarily a game per se, but you actually buy these shoes, and then your phone tracks when you run, and it gives you a cryptocurrency in return. And but you can't get on the app unless somebody gives you an app activation code. And so it's pretty interesting. And this other guy, Biaheza, did a video on it. He's like in his early 20s, but he ended up buying 5 phones and getting 3 shoes on each phone and running, and he made like $173 a day for running. He did it for like 2 or 3 days, and then he real quick sold the shoes just so he was like made sure not to catch it on a downtrend. So
Oh,
super interesting though. So he made like $2,000 over the course of 3 days.
Was he a runner? Yeah, I guess he was a real...
No, he was just running like his daily routine. That's pretty much all he was doing. But it was just I was way interested because I saw this. I saw people posting about Steppin', and I was just like, wow, that's cool. I'm gonna look into it. But I didn't get in because you have to have an activation code. But also the shoes, you got to pay like 42 Solana or something to buy them. I can't remember. Well, for the nice ones, and then 18 for the...
Are they cool shoes?
The budget ones.
They're just like I don't know.
Again, something that
Polygon
we
shaped
can understand.
shoes.
Shoes, something that we can
It's
understand
like a
and
running
connect
app,
with.
so it's a game in a way, but
Yeah, it's still in its infancy. I mean, that's the big communication that we say every time is we're still learning. We're all still learning this whole crypto and NFT space, and so we still have to connect it with real things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just
100%.
makes sense. Yeah.
ApeCoin was another one that did see an increase at 9%. Well, not as much, but it's also a newer coin altogether
Yeah,
than some of these other ones. So
I mean, that one's pretty. It's got a good amount of community behind it, I would say,
yeah,
because all the people that hold Bored Apes, they don't sell them for cheap, and so probably the same mindset. They don't want to sell their ape coin for cheap. You know? They've all got that same mindset where they want a lot of profits for their holding that stuff.
I can't tell you how many memes I saw over the past week of ApeCoin holders crying or whatever. Like it ended up being this meme, like, see, well, there you go. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard to laugh at it because you're just gonna wait another week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Depending on the value proposition.
Right,
And
yeah, it is.
ApeCoin can be used for like so many things, so it's
so funny
so many
that
things within their ecosystem.
the gloom and doom is just hilarious to me. I just wow.
Well,
Are you people not in crypto? Do you not understand it?
People want it to. I think it's usually the people that have been betting on it being a failure. I mean, is where I see the memes from, and they're like, "See,
yeah.
told you so." But it's like, I
poking
mean,
at 'em.
crypto things fall. I don't know.
On the same
Not really
note,
worried.
though, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, like the main apes NFTs, they're at like 99 Ethereum floor price, and the last dip they were even lower than this. So they went from like 150 Ethereum floor price to 99, and so that's a huge decrease. But they're still holding higher than the last
dip.
Yeah, so the value is still there. I mean, if you're buying a Bored Ape in any dip, you'd be set. You know, this one, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily spend 100 Ethereum on one, but historically it's been solid.
It's a good investment.
I also wouldn't panic sell it either right now. Like,
yeah. But at the same time, I mean, 100 Ethereum's, what, $200,000. So
Yeah.
I might panic sell that. At
You-
this
would
point.
you- would you?
Well, no, like I wouldn't necessarily panic sell it, but I don't know if I would have held it till that long. Like
Yeah.
if it went up to 100 Ethereum, if I bought it at 20 Ethereum, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is the top.
We're
I'm
going
selling.
out. Yeah.
Like holding it to 150 Ethereum, like that takes some diamond hands or something, or you just don't really care what the price is.
Right.
But for
You-
me, I would
you
have
liked the artwork.
Yeah, man, I'm
You
selling.
like
yeah.
the artwork. When it comes to $400,000, but I think there are people out there that would hold it just for the artwork or
They
that
are,
prestige
apparently.
of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like having a Lamborghini or a Rolex these days. Having an ape is prestige for sure.
It's interesting because we all come from different mindsets, and I think that's the key. When you have 7,000 Ethereum, then you look at things differently than when
yeah.
you have 4.
Yeah.
You just do.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know, when
a
I have
couple
7,000
no big
Ethereum,
deal.
100 Ethereum to buy the dip. Hell yeah, why not? If I got 7,000,
You're
and
not,
there
you're
are
not
people,
risking too much. You're
No,
risking
Yeah,
barely
that's
a percent or
that
something.
mindset is completely different. And those are the funny thing is when you're in that space, you're set to make a whole lot more money because you're not running scared like everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
100%.
I'm interested to see how this recovery goes, or if it. People keep telling me it's gonna get worse. Who knows? I'm interested to see
There's
how
normally
it
that
goes.
dead cat bounce, but I mean that's historically there's like a dead cat bounce where it drops down, bounces up, and like a small recovery, and then it just kind of keeps dipping down before everyone starts to get in. There's all that fear, and it's got to kind of settle, and then they're like, all right, it's settled at this low price, then we start buying.
We
So
get in, yeah.
typically that's what ends up happening. But
Could be. But you let us know in the comments below. You're the experts after all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
see you.